Fisherman sentenced to 3 months imprisonment for breach of protection order. Elton Blake, a 43-year-old fisherman from Charity Housing Scheme on the Essequibo coast, has been sentenced to 3 months in prison for breaching a protection order related to his wife, Guyana Andrews, a 36-year-old housewife. The incident occurred on March 11, 2025, at their residence in Charity Housing Scheme. Blake was charged under Section 16(2)(a) of the Family Violence Act of 2024. On March 13, 2025, the case was heard at the Suddy Magistrates Court before Magistrate Tamika Clark. Blake pleaded guilty to the charge and received a 3-month prison sentence. Millions worth of raw gold stolen after bandits storm Region 7 mining camp. Newsroom: 3 armed, masked men stormed a mining camp at Aramobak Dam, Region 7, on Sunday morning, stealing approximately $10 million worth of raw gold and an ATV. The camp belongs to Rudra Johadan of R79 Mining and Construction. In an interview with the Newsroom, Johadan reported that the incident occurred around 9:30 HRS and was captured on surveillance footage. Johadan recounted that his employees had just finished their wash down when they were confronted by the bandits. One of the assailants ordered 3 employees to lie on the ground while the other 2 collected the raw gold. The bandits made their escape on an ATV, identified as CL3508, which belonged to Johadan. Fortunately, 2 of his workers sustained only minor injuries during the incident. A report was filed at the Bartica police station, and the stolen ATV was later recovered at the Okeo Junction. Johadan, who has been in the mining industry since 2016, noted that this was his first experience with a robbery. Chinese supermarket robbery: suspects arrested by police. Guns, ammo, cash recovered. Police have arrested 2 suspects involved in an armed robbery at a Chinese supermarket that occurred on March 14, 2025. Authorities recovered cash believed to be proceeds from the robbery, along with 2 firearms and ammunition. On March 15, 2025, between 2100 hours and 22:30 HRS, police conducted a cordon search operation based on intelligence. Superintendent Dufu and other officers proceeded to Lot 22 Graham Street, Plaisance, East Coast Demerara. At this location, they encountered Cleveland Cross, a 28-year-old construction worker suspected of involvement in the robbery. A search of his bedroom revealed several suspected stolen cellular phones, a white HP laptop with a charger, a pair of black Clark's boots, gray jeans, and a black ski mask. When informed of the allegations and cautioned, Cross admitted his involvement, stating, "Officer, me and me dogs, them went on that robbery last night by the Chinese at Success, but I just get some phone cards and I done hustle it out." He was arrested and taken to Sparendam Police Station, where the recovered items were secured as evidence. Following further intelligence, police proceeded to Lot 20 Prince William Street, Plaisance, where they encountered Orwin Smith, a 25-year-old mason. Smith was preparing to leave with his partner, Shawana Sobers, a 34-year-old clothes vendor. He was carrying a black one-strap bag, which, upon search, contained a black FNS 40 handgun and a magazine with 11 9mm rounds. When questioned, Smith admitted he was not a licensed firearm holder and claimed the gun was for protection. A further search of his residence revealed another stolen 9mm handgun, linked to a robbery that occurred on February 23, 2025, at the 11 Chinese establishment on Melanie Public Road. Additionally, cash totaling $71,420, Guyana currency, suspected to be proceeds from the robbery, was recovered. Both suspects were informed of the allegations and cautioned. Smith acknowledged ownership of the firearms and the cash, while Sobers stated, "Officer, is Orwin guns." Both individuals were arrested and taken to Sparendam Police Station, where they were profiled and placed in custody. Investigations are ongoing. Dinky, charged with setting fire to building, case dismissed. Barrington Leung, known as Dinky, a 32-year-old construction worker from Lot 40 Hurst Telling, East Bank Demerara, was arrested on March 11, 2025, and charged on March 13 with the offense of setting fire to a building belonging to Radha Ramana. The charge was laid under Section 141 of the Criminal Law, Offences, Act, Chapter 801. Dinky appeared at the Diamond/Grove Magistrates Court before Magistrate Wanda Fortune, where he pleaded not guilty. The case was dismissed after the victim declined to offer evidence. Jagdeo denies GRA's $900 million tax claim against Mohammed's is a conspiracy. Qaidar News. Vice President Bharat Jagdeo has dismissed claims made by businessman Nazar Shell Mohammed that the Guyana Revenue Authority, GRA, is pursuing over $900 million in taxes for high-end vehicles owned by his son, Azruddin Mohammed, as part of a government-led conspiracy. In an interview, Nazar Mohammed suggested that Jagdeo is behind the GRA's demand for $900,801,201 related to 4 vehicles. However, Jagdeo clarified that Azruddin drew GRA's attention with a Facebook post detailing the taxes he has contributed to Guyana. He did not even make the post alone, he put receipts of his payment. He posted his own tax business, Jagdeo stated. Jagdeo explained that it was Azruddin's own public disclosure about his tax payments that prompted GRA to investigate the taxes associated with his vehicles. Now this is 2 days after he posted how much taxes he paid, and then the GRA said hold on a minute, he noted. He emphasized that it was not the government that initiated the investigation but rather Azruddin's own actions. Jagdeo also hinted at a potential investigation into a Ferrari reportedly imported under a remigrant scheme but now appears to be owned by Azruddin Mohammed. He mentioned that the family might have breached conditions for tax exemptions related to the vehicle. The GRA has indicated that it found discrepancies in the declared values of several vehicles, including 2 Toyota Land Cruisers and a Lamborghini Roadster, which led to the imposition of additional tax liabilities. GRA's investigations revealed that the declared values were inconsistent with similar vehicles, prompting the authority to adjust the tax obligations. The GRA has also launched an investigation into a tax-exempt Ferrari 488 owned by a remigrant, stating that the owner did not meet residency requirements and failed to present the vehicle for periodic checks. This has resulted in a demand for repayment of $479,743,489 in foregone taxes. Affected parties have been given 14 days to either pay the outstanding taxes or provide documentation justifying their declarations, with warnings of potential enforcement actions, including vehicle seizures, for non-compliance. The Mohammeds have indicated their intention to pursue legal action against GRA's demands. Last year, the U.S. Treasury imposed sanctions on both Nazar and Azruddin Mohammed over allegations of tax evasion, which Nazar claims have led to systematic efforts to undermine their businesses. He attributes the government's hostility towards his family to his son's political aspirations. Man found dead in trench at Plaisance. Qaidar News. Residents of D. William Street, Plaisance, East Coast Demerara, ECD, made a grim discovery on Saturday morning when they found a man's body face down in a trench near Archie Duck Corner. The deceased, believed to be in his late 40s and possibly of mixed race, was clad in blue pants with greenish-yellow stripes on both sides. The body was already in a state of decomposition. One resident, during a Facebook Live broadcast, urged others, saying, "If anybody missing a family member, y'all come see what going on hey." Residents noted that there was no sign of the body on Friday, leading to speculation that it may have ended up in the trench between Friday evening and Saturday morning. The police were notified, and the body was subsequently transported to the Memorial Gardens funeral home. As of now, law enforcement has yet to issue an official statement regarding the incident. Amended local content law to allow Guyanese to own supply vessels, Jagdeo. Qaidar News. Guyanese will have improved opportunities to own supply vessels in the oil and gas sector as the government plans to amend the Local Content Act, according to Vice President Bharat Jagdeo. He made this announcement during his weekly press conference at Freedom House, Georgetown. Responding to questions about how locals can secure contracts for supply boats, Jagdeo emphasized the importance of collaboration among Guyanese to form companies that can compete for these lucrative contracts, as the costs of supply vessels can be prohibitively high for individuals. These supply vessels are very costly, they run into millions of US dollars, he noted. Jagdeo advised fostering partnerships with overseas companies and forming consortia of local firms to enable more Guyanese to invest in these high-value areas. He stated, "Once you get a contract there, it's a long-term contract, and it's predictable, and therefore you can make money on it." The vice president expressed hope that the amendments to the local content law will evolve to allow greater local ownership in the sector, similar to previous initiatives that mandated 100% procurement from Guyanese companies in certain areas. While he acknowledged that achieving 100% local ownership may not happen immediately, he stressed that larger shares of supply boat contracts should be allocated to locals. The government of Guyana has been actively working to amend local content laws to ensure that Guyanese benefit more and to close loopholes that allow foreigners to exploit the system. Jagdeo highlighted that local companies have benefited from the majority of the 2024 local content earnings, reinforcing the government's commitment to protecting Guyanese interests under the Local Content Act. When asked about the verification of the $743 million spent on local content last year, Jagdeo confirmed that substantial procurement opportunities are being directed toward Guyanese companies. He acknowledged, however, that while many companies may be registered as local, some could be foreign in practice. He assured that investigations are ongoing to identify companies circumventing local content legislation, stating, "The bulk of the money would be mainly to our local companies, and we're very pleased that it happened because it is great opportunities." Mental health, a growing public health issue, CARF. Guyana Times. Mental health is increasingly recognized as a significant public health issue in the Caribbean, influenced by various socio-economic factors, cultural attitudes, and the availability of mental health services. Issues such as poverty, unemployment, and the psychological impacts of natural disasters and pandemics contribute to stress, anxiety, and depression within communities. The Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARFA, in collaboration with the Government of Barbados and the Ministry of Health and Wellness, will host the 69th Health Research Conference from May 7 to 9, 2025. This three-day event will take place at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center in St. Michael, Barbados, providing a platform for delegates to network, share research, and discuss insights. Dr. Lisa Indar, Executive Director of CARFA, emphasized the pervasive nature of mental health issues during a media launch for the conference. She stated, "Mental health touches each and every one of us, whether personally, through our loved ones, or within our communities. It impacts how people relate to others, make decisions, and handle stress. Protecting and restoring mental health is of immediate concern to public health professionals, especially post-COVID-19." Dr. Kenneth George, Chief Medical Officer of Barbados, highlighted CARFA's role in public health research, noting its long-standing support for scientific research and policy development across the region. He emphasized that CARFA's efforts are crucial in shaping health policy both regionally and internationally. Mr. Wayne Marshall, Permanent Secretary of Barbados Ministry of Health and Wellness, expressed excitement about hosting the conference again since 2013. He underscored the importance of collaboration for sharing groundbreaking research that can influence public health policies. The conference is expected to attract over 200 participants, including chief medical officers, researchers, and public health officials from the Caribbean, Latin America, North America, and Europe. In addition to presentations, local, regional, and international organizations will exhibit their programs and innovations. Leading up to the conference, several meetings and training workshops will be held, including Meeting of the CARICOM Chief Medical Officers, Pandemic Fund and Antimicrobial Resistance Forum, Monitoring and Evaluation Workshop, Meetings of the Caribbean Vector-Borne Disease Network, Meeting of the Regional Health Communication Network. These events aim to elevate the discourse on mental health and other critical public health issues, fostering a healthier future for all. Massy Stores Guyana announces winner of Christmas jackpot promotion. Newsroom. Shopping at Massy Stores paid off big for Corincer Mentor, who was announced as the grand prize winner of the 2024-5 Christmas jackpot promotion. She drives away with a brand new 2024 Nissan Qashqai Sense SUV. The promotion ran from November 1, 2024 to January 31, 2025, offering customers an entry into the grand prize draw for every $5,000 spent at any Massy Stores location nationwide. In an excited response, Mentor, a longtime customer who made her winning purchase at Massy Stores Providence, said, As a mother of 4, winning this car means the world to my family. I'm truly grateful to Massy Stores for this opportunity and to God for His many blessings. During a handover ceremony at the Providence store, Christ Penn Bob Semple, Assistant Vice President of Massy Stores Guyana, presented the keys to Mentor. He remarked, "We are thrilled to reward Ms. Mentor for her loyalty. Our customers are at the heart of everything we do, and promotions like these are our way of giving back to the community." In addition to the grand prize, the Christmas jackpot promotion awarded several other lucky customers with bi-weekly cash prizes of $100,000. Bob Semple noted that winners were selected through random draws from different stores, ensuring fairness and transparency. The bi-weekly winners included Josh Joseph, Massy Stores Providence; Diane Jagdet, Massy Stores Mega; Rajendra Ramkaran, Massy Stores Montrose; Gamadi Prashad, Massy Stores Vredenhoop; Kevin Singh, Massy Stores Ruimveld; Monique Sarius, Massy Stores Giftland. This marks the 3rd consecutive year that Massy Stores has held the Christmas jackpot promotion. In previous years, Colin Weeks won a 2022 Nissan X-Trail T32 in 2023, and Dr. Yara Martinez Diaz won an MG ZS compact SUV in 2024. With the exciting 2024-5 promotion now concluded, Massy Stores Guyana remains committed to rewarding its customers and looks forward to launching even more thrilling promotions and innovative solutions. Customers are currently enjoying enhanced integration with the website shopmassystoresjoy.com, which allows for convenient online shopping. This development also offers overseas customers a simple option to shop for their families and have orders ready for pickup at Massy Stores Mega. Additionally, a self-checkout service is available at Massy Stores Providence and Massy Stores Mega, making them the only supermarkets in Guyana to offer this service. The self-checkout option will soon be introduced at the Giftland Mall branch. Safe, reliable water promised as $1.3 billion new treatment plant commissioned. Newsroom: President Dr. Irfan Ali on Sunday commissioned the Wales water treatment plant, significantly enhancing access to safe and reliable water for thousands of residents along the west bank of Demerara, WBD. The $1.3 billion facility can supply 9.5 liters of water daily and is one of 3 new plants constructed in Region 3. The project was undertaken by the Mexican company Hi-Pro Ecologicos, with local collaboration from Jugmohan Construction. It will serve approximately 16,000 residents from communities including Canal No. 2, Tovlucht, Sisters Villages, Paitnia, and Friesland. In his keynote address at the commissioning ceremony, President Ali stated that by the end of the year, 90% of the country's population will have access to treated water. The story of development is before you. Every time there is improvement in infrastructure, the value of the community increases as well as the country, he remarked. Highlighting the government's investment, President Ali noted that $400,000 has been invested in every household in the region. He reflected on the challenges faced by these communities just 5 years ago, stating, "This is a story of hope versus hopelessness, a story about promises kept, a story of vision, respect." The Wales water treatment plant has been designed according to international standards and has been operational since February 22, 2025. Minister of Housing and Water, Colin Kroll, emphasized that the establishment of the facility demonstrates the government's commitment to improving the livelihoods of all citizens. He reminded attendees that access to treated water is a fundamental right. For far too long, communities have faced the challenge of accessing safe, reliable water. This state-of-the-art water treatment plant will not only provide cleaner water but will also enhance public health, reduce waterborne diseases, and improve the overall quality of life, Kroll stated. The commissioning of the facility aligns with the government's vision of modernizing water delivery across the country. We are aggressively expanding our national water infrastructure, increasing access in both urban and rural communities, and upgrading outdated systems to ensure sustainability, Kroll added. PSC tells IMF unemployment in Guyana is largely voluntary. News source Guyana. During a recent engagement with a team from the International Monetary Fund, IMF, the Private Sector Commission, PSC, of Guyana emphasized that unemployment in the country is largely voluntary. The statement comes as Guyana's unemployment rate hovers around 12%, despite significant economic growth, particularly in the oil and gas sector. The PSC highlighted that many Guyanese have found employment opportunities in the burgeoning oil sector and its spin-off industries. They stressed the importance of targeted training programs to equip the labor force with relevant skills necessary for these emerging job markets. In its discussions with the IMF team, the PSC reiterated its belief that the available economic activities create numerous job opportunities. They reported that labor costs in the private sector have increased by over 60% in the past 4 years, reflecting the rapid economic expansion and rising demand for skilled workers. Komal Singh, chairman of the Private Sector Commission, noted that every economic sector in Guyana is experiencing growth, which drives the increasing demand for skilled labor. He pointed to resources available for job seekers, such as the Ministry of Labor's Job Bank and the Diaspora Unit at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Singh also acknowledged the government's efforts to improve the governance environment through legislative advancements, including arbitration laws, and streamlining business operations via single-window platforms in trade and construction. However, the PSC highlighted the need for regulatory reforms in the banking sector to better support the expansion and financial resilience of small and medium enterprises, SMEs. While recognizing improvements made by banks to facilitate business operations, they noted that further enhancements are still needed. The IMF's preliminary report, following its visit to Guyana, stated that the country's economic transformation is progressing rapidly, with growth linked to the expanding oil and gas sector and advancements made in the non-oil sector. The mission, which took place between February 2024 and March 7, 2025, included consultations with government officials, trade unionists, and representatives from the private sector and commercial banks, among others. Highway to be built from New Demerara Harbour Bridge to Wales, says President. Newsroom. Plans are underway to construct a new highway extending from the New Demerara Harbour Bridge to Wales on the west bank of Demerara, according to President Dr. Irfan Ali. During an event on Sunday, President Ali announced that the project is currently in the planning stage. This weekend we were plotting the next phase of the new highway that will go from the new bridge all the way to Wales and then extend to Del Conte Road, opening up tens of thousands of acres of land for farmers and housing, connecting Bartica, and bringing the road back to Sand Hill and Timeri, he stated. The new highway will complement existing roads, enhancing connectivity and accessibility in the region. In addition to the highway, President Ali revealed plans for a new port to be constructed at Parika, East Bank Essequibo. This port will facilitate modern ferries and support the export of farmers' produce, so that we can export directly from Parika to support our farmers to the Caribbean and further afield, Dr. Ali explained. Furthermore, he mentioned that planning is also in progress for the establishment of a second power plant on the western side of the Demerara River. AI-based app being developed for malaria testing, says Dr. Anthony. Newsroom. The government of Guyana is making strides in the fight against malaria by developing an artificial intelligence-based application aimed at testing for the mosquito-borne disease. This initiative is being carried out in partnership with Harvard University. Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony shared details about the app during an event on Saturday. He explained that the AI component will enable the application to read malaria slides effectively. We have been working on an app where this AI step we are developing will be able to read malaria slides, Dr. Anthony stated. The application has already been tested in Region 9, demonstrating a remarkable accuracy rate of 99%. It's about 99% accurate, and we are hoping that once we get more test results, what we have developed here in Guyana will be used in other parts of the world where there is malaria, he added. Dr. Anthony expressed optimism that once the application is fully operational, it could assist other countries facing malaria-related challenges. This application can be used to help other countries that are having a malaria problem, but it would have been worked on, tested, and developed here with our partners at Harvard, he noted.